welcome. Today we have the opportunity to chat with Rachel Tenenbaum, a NeuroTransformational Coach who has been published multiple times in Forbes and Thrive Global. We're going to broach the topic of the buying process and the emotions that it brings up in people, and how we can turn it into a transformational experience as opposed to a daunting one. My name is Shannon, and I'm your host of American Dreams Selling Nashville. Okay,
Hi.
Well, I'm so glad you're here.
I'm so happy to be here.
Okay, let's start first by sharing with people what it means to be a neurotransformational coach.
Absolutely. It's a little bit of a mouthful, right?
Yeah, for sure.
What I like to say is it's a long-winded way of saying that I help people tinker with their brains so that they can get more out of their lives and out of their leadership. I do a lot of executive coaching, and I also do a lot of life and self-leadership coaching.
Okay. And so one of the things that everyone should know that makes this relationship so dear and special is that Rachel is not only a client of mine, but I'm also a client of hers. And I was thrilled when you decided to move here. And also, more so, I thought, wow, for her to experience the buying process and the roller coaster of emotions that comes along with it, but with your background, like, I would love to hear your perspective on how to handle it.
Yeah.
Because it can be daunting at times.
I was so excited that you were going to be my realtor, right? Having experienced you as a client and having the privileged knowledge, the very intimate knowledge of how exceptional you are, and that you share, you share openly your struggles and what you're navigating and how you navigate them, right?
Yeah.
To me, it was like, well, this is a human that I want to work with. And so stepping into this relationship, for me, there were a number of components. It was, okay, this is going to maybe kick up some stuff, because it does for everybody, whether it has to do with finances, what you can afford, no matter what bracket you're in, right? Oftentimes people feel inadequate because they feel like they should be able to afford more.
I mean, 100%, and it's across all ranges. It can be someone feels that at a 200,000 price point to a 5 million price point.
1,000%.
It's just like, oh, but wait, if I did a little bit more, I could
If I
get
worked
this.
a little bit harder, if I had done something different, if I had been smarter in some capacity. You cannot be in control in the home buying process always.
No, and I think it's a huge powerful lesson in learning how to let go to a certain extent. So kind of share with people like what you have found work so that they can use this not only in the buying process, but I think it's an important tool to have in life.
I call it town hall, but there's a cartoon movie where there's the mayor of a town of a bunch of animals that's gone crazy. And the mayor, in order to do a good job, he has to listen to all of his constituents.
Right.
Right? Now, the ones that are complaining are going to be the ones that are going to speak the loudest, right? But he has to listen. So first, there's a process that you go through in town hall called lead, right? You're the mayor, and so you listen. If you don't have somebody that you can say it out loud to really hear it and articulate it, because once you get it outside your head, you see it differently, you write it down. You write down everything that you hear in your head, all of the negative stuff, all the stuff that you're worried about, all the stuff that you're concerned about. And then you investigate further, because as a town mayor, you need to listen to everybody. You're not going to just take what everybody says at face value. You have to do your own investigation. And there's others that need to speak that are quieter. So then you start to ask questions. You say, okay, well, what's really valuable about this? What else do I know? Right? So you investigate, you ask more questions, and then you discern. You say, okay, great, out of all this information here, what's actually worth paying attention to?
Yes.
What's actually the gem?
I think that one thing that I valued so much from us working together is I got to learn and grow myself as a professional, but also I could share the tools that you taught me to my new clients now, and it empowers them in their own buying process to be committed to who they are, to sort of, eliminate all of the outside voices, and to really make a confident decision that they feel strongly on.
And the more that we can face them, the more that we can question them and be mindful of them, and not try and shove them aside, but just say, hey, I see you. Okay, what do I want to do with it? The more we get to feel ourselves evolve, and you say empowered and grow, and to me it's so delightful and delicious and fun
100%.
and liberating is what I'm going for at the end of the day.
Liberating, and then they can apply that in all areas of their life.
Exactly.
I love you.
I love you.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Rachel Tenenbaum is a gift to anyone she meets. She has worked with Shell to Rabobank and is renowned in her industry. If you'd like to learn more about her and the tools that she offers, you can find her on her website, iamliving.us. Thank you so much, and until next time, this is Drew Shannon with American Dream Selling Nashville.